and I'm for animal testing because there are many benefits to animal testing. Animal testing has helped to develop vaccines against disease like rabies, polio, measles, mumps, rubella, and TB. And antibiotics, HIV drugs, insulin, and cancer treatments, they all rely on animal testing. An example would be smallpox. The vaccine against smallpox has derived from the cowpox virus used by Edward Jenner following his observation that farm workers who contracted cowpox were protected against smallpox. And it has now been eradicated from Earth. So animal testing has also helped us understand the malaria life cycle by using pigeons, and we use cats and dogs to understand the function of neurons. Animal research has contributed to 70% of the Nobel Prizes for physiology or medicine, and many award-winning scientists says that they could not have made these discoveries without animals. Animals have also improved healthcare and a longer lifespan. So it doesn't, it benefits humans and both animals. Farm animals, household pets, wild species, and endangered species are all benefiting from the research conducted through animals. There are vaccines for rabies, and we can heal cats and dogs with illnesses. So many people question why people can't substitute animal testing. Well, that is because we can't. Because animals and humans share more similarities than differences, and as a genomic revolution has come around and the genomes of both humans and animals have been sequenced, it has enabled us to identify where humans and particular animals are identical, and some animals serve as accurate representatives of a human autonomy, while others may share identical biochemical pathways. And genomic knowledge has made it so that animal research can be much more specifically targeted and accurate when representing a human, which correctly predicting how a human will react through animal testing. So we use rats because they share 99% of all the genes with humans, and their genomes are also easy to manipulate to replicate the human form, making them even more similar to humans. So the moral principles, well, I believe that humans are more important than animals. Experiments on animals should be considered on a case-by-case basis. The proper principle to apply, however, is that the reduction of human suffering is our first priority, and the prevention of animal suffering or death is secondary, though it's still important. So that if there is a decent chance that an experiment will result in an important medical breakthrough that will reduce human suffering and death, then it is justifiable to allow animal suffering. Animal experimentation is the means to greater ends. And human life has greater intrinsic value than animal life. Legislation protects all lab animals from cruelty or mistreatment. Millions of animals are killed for food every year. If anything, medical research is a more worthy death. Few animals feel any pain as they are killed before they have the chance to suffer. And this was from CBBC Newsground, Human Rights, Arguments for Animal Testing. So, the procedures. In many countries, all prescription drugs must be tested on animals before they are allowed onto the market. To ban animal experiments would be to paralyze modern medicine, to perpetuate human suffering, and to endanger human health by allowing products such as insecticides onto the market before testing them for toxicity. It's important to remember that whether an organization is private, nonprofit, government-based, or at a university campus, the rules and regulations all apply to each facility. Animals must be treated humanely, respectfully, and with care to their basic needs, as well as being given any pain relievers where appropriate to minimize animal suffering. Since we use the products every day, I would suggest that we have the products tested because it would be dangerous for us. And I want to talk about PETA. It's the biggest animal rights activist group. PETA stands for People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. I want to say how this group is not about being nicer to animals, rather it is a profoundly anti-human cult that equates the value of human lives with those of animals, and which literally believes that eating a pork chop is akin to murdering a baby. For example, it once compared a cannibal case to eating meat. More famously, it once compared eating meat to Holocaust. And PETA do torture animals, even though they are a animal rights activist group. In the article of SFGate, it says that 2 PETA employees were charged with 31 felony counts of animal cruelty each after authorities found them dumping the dead bodies of 18 animals they had just picked up from a North Carolina animal shelter into a dumpster. According to the Associated Press, 13 more dead animals were found in a van registered to PETA. So I don't think animals would be safe in anyone's hands. So it would be better to use them for testing and to benefit for humans. Thank you.